Hey guys, I've updated Raster Master to support some new features, which is the opening and saving of palettes and also exporting them to code, data statements, and palette statements. And just to show off that feature, I'm going to do a little demo in Qbasic. And I've already have drawn this nice little outline of a box with green and red colors. These are the light green here and the light red, and their colors 10 and 12. So let me export this. Again, we just select the area that we want to export, File, Export, and we choose the QuickBasic, Qbasic. It's the same format, and we'll call it, let's call it Box 2. Okay. Actually, I'm going to switch to the 256 color mode and export that again. Let's keep it the same name because I want to use screen 13. And I'm going to switch back to the palette, and I'm going to use less colors. It's going to generate less colors for me by selecting the 16 color palette. So we're going to export this palette. And we're going to select palette commands, and we're going to call it PAL1, and I'm going to switch this to be the same color. Let's see. I'm going to swap these two colors, green and red. And here's the RGB values of these colors. And so let's, red is 255 and 85, 85. And we'll change this to green, and green is 85, and the other two colors are that's right. So yeah. So now let's export the palette. And we'll call it PAL2. And I'm going to use a Visual Studio Code. And let's just open up those files. So we had PAL1 and PAL2 and BX2. Yeah, that's right. So I'm using Visual Studio Code because it's a lot easier to cut and paste everything into one file. So I'm going to go back to our demo here, paste this, and I'm going to give it a label name. I'm going to call it, let's call it BX2. paste this here as well. Call this pal1. And call this pal2. Now we only need colors 10 and 12, so I'm going to get rid of the rest here. Okay, so everything looks right. And I'm going to start off by reading in the image from the data statements. So its size is 247. And I'm going to put our screen in screen 13 mode. That's the 256 color mode, 320 by 200. And display our image at 50, 50. And one other thing I forgot to put is because we're going to be calling these with the go subroutine, we have to put a return statement and put one here as well. Okay, well, and we're going to create a new subroutine. Well, I think I've done all the importing of files. I can switch to the Qbasic editor now. So save this. It's pal demo 1, and okay. All right, let's see if everything I've typed in so far works. Return without. Let's just put an end statement there. Okay, so it displays our image. We're good so far. Now, I need to create a new subroutine to cycle the colors. So I'll call it cycle. And I'm going to have a counter. I'll just initialize it here. C equals 0. That's our counter. And here I'll be increasing our counter. And I want it to have two states. It's either 0 or 1. So if it's greater than 1, we make it 0 again. Okay. Now, if the value is 0, Okay, so if the value is 0, we go to subroutine pal1. If it's not, we go to subroutine pal2, and we need a return statement here. And I'm going to put the on timer event at the very top. And I will turn the timer on here. And we'll need to create a loop here. This does nothing except loop and wait for us to hit a key. And hopefully, if I've done everything right, we should see the effect that I'm trying to create. So let's save this and start. So if you look carefully now, you'll see that it looks like the 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 little box is animated with the colors scrolling. If you look at the green, it looks it's scrolling to the right and down. If you look at the red, it looks like it's scrolling to the left and down. Um, well, it's going both ways. It just depends where you're looking at. But basically, it's changing the color pad entry and it's doing a little animation just based on changing the colors. So this is the little demo, and that's it for now. Thanks for watching.